Hey guys, this is my new podcast. We're calling it The Podcast. This is Cyril, this is Nuckwit, and we're going to talk about stupid internet drama while playing Lethal Company. Because what else better to take out the trash than the Lethal Company, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got a lot of topics today. We're just going to talk about everything that comes to our minds. Maybe this could be personal, this could be non-personal, this could be what we're interested in, this could be what you're interested in. We're just going to post this and see how it goes, because I've always wanted to do a podcast, and we were talking about it, and they want to do as well. So, yeah. I think Nuckwit has a couple of topics for us today.
Nuckwit, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I got a couple. I just put dream drama.
There is a lot going on with Dream right now, bro.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit before. We can talk about Dream if you want to. You want to start that off?
I don't know any of the new evidence, so I might have to be enlightened about that. Also,
But you have researched the topic, correct?
Yeah, no, I researched the topic previously, but I don't have the new evidence at all.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I know this was just within the last few hours. I know some new stuff came out about another woman came out. She was 17. This happened in like 2019, where he
So this was,
you know, this was a while back, and he like sent some lewd images to her, and she said that you know, she was like. And I apologize for my voice. I am sick, guys. But she was talking about like how he's just gonna like find another fan. He's like, no, I would never do that. And then like messages has come out of like the same timeline within like the week where he did the same thing with multiple other people. So like he you know, he like lied and groomed. Basically, it was just showing that he lied and groomed her as well. And he was like sending videos of him like touching himself and stuff to
Were any of those videos? Were any of the videos leaked of him doing the thing at all?
Yeah,
or?
so it was a screen recording of a like a Snapchat log, right?
Yeah.
And in the Snapchat log, there's a video that plays of him doing it. And like
Interesting.
Yeah, and in it was like his account was just called like Dream Clay or something like that. And then she gave a bunch of if you go on her Twitter, I didn't personally go on the Twitter, but I saw someone going over it. If you go on her Twitter, she has all the receipts of like everything that happened. Like put out on there too. So like to further her case and stuff. And so basically, you know, it's not looking good for Dream. Also, there was one that people are pointing out that she was in one of them, she was cosplaying as Technoblade, which people were not happy about him doing that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But
like,
this was also 2019 before Technoblade died. It's still weird. Don't get me wrong. It's still weird, but...
Yeah, I think it makes it even more weird that he passed away recently. And now that we know in what way that he did pass away, I would say. I think it makes it even weirder to know that. But so how do you cosplay as Technoblade? Like as a pig?
Yeah, I didn't know what that detailed, to be honest.
Interesting.
I didn't, you know, look into it for good reason.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't want to get going out into the details, but it was the word going around was that she was cosplaying as Technoblade.
So that was just a word, or do we kind of know that?
I think the images in the log show her dressed up as Technoblade. I'm just saying I don't know what that entails as dressed up as Technoblade.
Yeah.
You know, that's just so I know that part, the Technoblade part is just alleged from what I've heard, but I know the logs are real and she did post them on Twitter or X.
Yeah, whatever, it's Twitter. I'm sorry, Elon. I support your space program, but I don't support X. That's so confusing.
He buried that company into the ground, too.
I'm not going to lie. He made it profitable. But, yeah, he did make it interesting. Or at least he made it profitable from a non-shareholder standpoint. What do you guys think about that, then? I guess I haven't really talked to anybody about this. publicly?
Dream or Twitter?
Twitter in general, like Twitter changing from Twitter to X.
I think if you I think it's a little. I think those bottles just glitch out of existence. Brody.
Yeah. How? Wait, were you standing next to me?
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh.
But I think that.
Wait, are you guys both then?
No, I'm
no,
alive.
alive.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna keep taking stuff to the back then. Not gonna lie.
I never used Twitter, so I mean, it doesn't really matter to me.
I think it's a weird name change too, especially when like X is usually associated with like pornography, like that, like you know.
Yeah,
like that.
for sure.
I think it's a weird name change. That probably I don't think that was his intention, but like I think he's just weird and like thinks that I mean SpaceX is like his thing too. I think maybe he wants to put that as like his type of like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like
That's like his logo. Right? Yeah, he wants to be known for X.
I think that's his plan, but I think that he could have gone by that different. He could have called it like Twitter X or something, or like something else with X. And I think just naming it X was like weird. And
yeah, I agree.
Totally backfired. Also, like I've read before that they like, it's worth like half what it was when he bought it or something like that.
I think.
Which is insane.
I think the truth is that when he bought it, it was not valued for what he bought it, and it was a failing company, and he just kind of made that public when he bought it, because you have to make that stuff public when you buy something like that. Like you're forced to.
I see.
So, because he tried to get out of it after the talks started, because it was kind of just like a troll. It was like, I'll buy Twitter. And then when he bought it, it wasn't actually like a... You know what I'm saying, though? Kind of.
Oh, right. When I remember he said, too, that he didn't want to be CEO for, like, too long or something like that. Like, he was trying to get rid of the position after he got it, too. I think that just kind of further, like, solidifies your point, you know?
For sure. For sure. Yeah. Back to the dream situation real fast, though. I think it's messed up what he's doing. I mean, I think everybody kind of thinks it's messed up. You can't talk to a young girl, especially, it doesn't really matter the age, as long as she's under the age of consent, for sure, and you're over it. It doesn't align.
Right.
Yeah. And how old was this victim though?
The new one, she was 17.
17. Okay. And how old is his dream?
This would have been 2019, so I don't know how old. It was 4 years ago. I don't know how old he is now.
Let me look up his current age. I would imagine he was an adult at that time.
I think he would have been like 19, so which isn't as weird, but I think he also was like, it was like a Call Me Carson thing where he was like using his power to kind of get what he wanted, you know? Yeah.
I think that there's always accusation of abuse of power when it comes to situations like that. Also, Nuck, are you still alive? Okay.
Yeah.
It's 6 p.m., so you want to get back with the stuff you have. The eyeless dogs are about to come out. But yeah, I think if it comes out that he was using his power to get that, I think it's very messed up. It's also somebody he met purely online, and since he is an online figure, it definitely is a little icky. I know that online relationships can work, but more often than not, they don't work because you're withholding certain things about yourself. Also, when it comes to any type of images exchanged with each other, that's also can get very messed up very quickly.
Right.
So.
What's your take on that, Nuckwit?
On the whole dream thing? The minor stuff definitely messed up, but the outside factors like Gumball versus the whole Gumball with or Nicholas Cantu, if you whatever you want to call him, Junkie Janker. I guess that's like what everyone is focused on.
I don't agree with assault at all. I think that's definitely a big thing. Is I don't agree with necessarily assaulting people, but when it comes to somebody who's a pedophile, I agree with that.
Nick punching him was out of line, but Nuckwit, tell him what you told me off camera that was like that. I didn't know that.
Right. So, this is all this isn't all 100% facts, but it's pretty. I got this from a YouTube video, to just so everyone's aware before I address any of the rest of this.
And it had
But
receipts, didn't it?
it did have receipts. So going off of this YouTube video, I'd have to go find it.
I said us to March, by the way.
So Nicholas Cantu, if you aren't aware, is a voice actor. He voices many different characters, such as Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Gumball from
He's also, he's also in The Walking Dead. World
He's
Beyond.
also in he's also in The Walking Dead. He's been in countless things recently.
Don't jump off the ledge.
Up. In his younger years, while he was voicing Gumball, he also decided to start doing YouTube. He went under the name Junkie Janker, and you would see him appear on things such as...
Hey, no, it's not that one. It's not that one, Cyril. It's the one that's in front.
Oh, okay.
Such as... what is it called? Different SMPs, like the Call Me Carson SMP, the Dream SMP.
On the Call Me Carson one, where he says like we should eliminate the middle class.
Yeah.
That's from the Call Me
Yes.
Carson. Gumball.
Yeah. He's very funny, and you can see the dude has talent. He's not just some celebrity using YouTube to build his career. He actually, you can tell he enjoys it. You can tell he enjoyed it, because this was a few years ago, 2 years ago, I guess. A lot of people are aware of the Twitter stuff, but there's actually more to it that happened in the past that not as many people are talking about and not as many people are aware of. And again, this is all from a YouTube video I watched earlier today, so I wouldn't say I'm the one who we'll try to link it in the video if I find it, and I will go out looking for it after this. But basically, what the video boils down to is basically so a few years ago, Dream came out with this new merch line, like a hoodie, I believe, and I don't remember the full context of the situation, but basically the hoodie was not good,
Rubik's Cube?
and a lot of other YouTubers and other people were kind of just laying into Dream on Twitter, and one of those people being Nicholas Cantu. He decided to join in on the whole mocking the whole hoodie situation and just making fun of it. It's all really lighthearted type beef, but you know how Dream stands can be, and the Dream stands were not happy, to say the least. So he basically the video basically goes into why it's one of the many reasons he isn't on YouTube, because I guess he got bullied off or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But
so there's more to it than him just standing up to a guy who's like a possible pedophile. This is also personal for him.
Yeah, it's very, if it is all accurate, it is very personal, and the video does show receipts and all that too. I have to go back and watch it.
Dream was posting about it on his private Twitter or something too.
Oh yeah, Dream's response was very stupid. He did try to this was as another backstory. Dream's response to the situation personally was him getting mad. I don't exactly remember what he did, to be precise.
Did he not kick him off?
He might have gotten kicked off. I have no idea. But there was also a response he made on Twitter before the response I'm about to talk about. But I don't remember the full context of or what was said in that tweet. All that I know is that Dream Stands got mad, and Dream Stands started to harass the shit out of Nicholas Cantu. That's me putting it lightly.
Can you believe that?
No, I believe that 100%.
So it sounds like up to this point we know that Dream Stands. Oh, hello. There's a guy on me.
Oh, we're coming.
It's the fly guy.
Dream's response to it was, it was good, but the way he went about it was just horrible. So he ended up going on his private Twitter, and I don't really understand how Twitter works, so I don't really know what it means by private. I don't know how people got access to the screenshot, but the screenshot basically is his tweet saying, I'm going to summarize what I remember seeing. This isn't what was said word for word, but it basically boils down to him on his private Twitter saying he doesn't respect you if you go out of your way to harass people, bully people, that sort of thing, right? And that it's not cool, and that he basically looks down on you. Unfortunately, he did this on his private Twitter, and what is agreed upon is that not everyone saw it, and actually by not everyone, not a lot of people apparently would see this message. So to the public eye, Dream didn't really respond to a kid getting bullied.
Yeah.
Why am I talking? This is so factual.
That's good.
I'm just trying to, yeah, I guess. Yeah, but that's basically like, I guess you can say that that's like where there's some personal beef, that goes back further than what is letting on to be. So the whole claim of him not knowing who the dude was beforehand, I don't really know.
Like that, if I'm not mistaken, Dream kind of plays it like that in his initial response video to what happened.
Yeah,
I don't even know this kid.
which it's also the reason the reason you can tell that that's a lie is before anyone says oh, you know, this must have happened while they were talking after they met. This happened back in 2021. The video that has been going around recently is had to have happened late 2022, early 2023, because Nicholas Cantu is around my age, and
He's 20 now. Yeah, he's my age.
Yeah, around our age. So, you know, those claims just don't make much sense, you know?
No, not at all. I mean, this happened in 2019. He was a minor, fully.
Yeah.
And so, hey, there's a thumper right at the front door.
Right. So, I'm just a personal opinion of mine is that, you know, going all the way back to 2021, you can just see that he's not really being responsible with his platform even then. You know, that's just my opinion though, because he didn't really I guess you could say he stood up for him, but he did it in like a private manner. That being said, you know, if some of this turns out to be not true and false, I will retract all of that, but the way it looks, it looks true. Hold on.
For sure.
You really need to see it.
Me, man, have you passed away?
Yeah, I missed a jump.
Oh.
And I had like a lot of stuff on me, which sucks.
We actually there's a thumper right at the front door, so I was not. No, the one that yells at you and is only a top of his body. So yeah, let's try to move away from the Dream stuff, and we can talk about the mid-season break for Invincible that you were telling me about, Nuck.
Oh, I'm so sad about that, bro. Oh, Nuckwit is unfazed.
I guess so, bro. Oh, he's muted for a second. He must have to go to the restroom or something.
Oh, okay.
I know he knows more about that than me. I just heard it from him.
Yeah, I heard it's not coming back till 2024. I read that on like TikTok or some shit. You know, so.
How I feel is I'm tired of mid-season breaks. I think mid-season breaks are stupid, and I'm tired of having them in as a whole. Oh.
Like in any show?
Yeah, in any show. I feel like it ruins the momentum of things, and we should just, if we want to finish things, we should finish the show and release a full season at a time.
Also, with how long we waited for season 2.
For a ridiculous amount of time, which I'm not mad at.
Invincible's amazing. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not like their animation is like it's not like they're making some like season 4 Attack on Titan type animation, you know?
Yeah.
It's not that crazy of animation. And for like what do we wait from season 1 to 2? Like 2 years?
Yeah, something crazy.
So like, I mean, I think they almost owe it to the fans to
not do a mid-season break.
Do that. Like, you know, we only in that. So if this is a mid-season break, then we're only getting 8 episodes this season too. Bear in mind, if that's
yeah, that's
which
a
is
real thing.
Kind
yeah.
of crazy. So if we're getting like 8 episodes every 2 years, I mean that's nothing, right? It seems more or less like they're just trying to kind of space it out.
Which is weird because Robert Kirkland's idea when making comics was to have a comic a month, which I know a comic is much less than a full TV show, but to that point, he didn't want to stop the momentum of his comics, so why would he want to stop the momentum of his show either? Or, like, look at The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is huge, bro, and it's because it showed up on AMC every week, you know?
Oh, exactly.
There's
It is
a
like-
spoiler.
It would play every. It would play every Sunday at 8 p.m. you know?
Which I
It
think
was
kept the momentum.
and it did it. I mean, Walking Dead was the most talked about show. Like, it was one of the most talked about shows ever for, like, I would say until like the end of season 6. You know,
Really.
I
I mean, it was huge.
it was around for a long time. Like, it still goes on. It's still going on, right? But it was like mainstream, very very popular for a long time. Now
Yeah,
it kind
I
of
would
has
say-
an audience.
I would say its audience, it faded out a little bit. I think that
100%.
sometimes shows are meant to end as well.
Yeah.
And it did not.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I would say like let's imagine a good example is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I think everybody's either seen it or what'd you say?
So I was talking to Nuckwick because there was a big guy, and I was like, "Don't go down
Oh
there."
yeah, no, he
down
doesn't. He didn't kill me earlier. I was just saying hi to him.
Okay.
Yeah,
But anyways, what were you saying?
I would say that. What the? Do you guys hear? Is that you guys running?
I was.
No, that's the spore lizard. If you're over by the fire exit,
That's the what, dude?
the spore lizard. It looks like a Mario villain.
Dude, I am Mario or Luigi, so. Yeah, I think it might be the.
Oh, it can jump. It can jump. It can jump.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no, but Invincible's pretty cool.
Ooh, I got a V-type engine. Let's go.
Invincible's pretty stellar, and you know the mid-season break sucks. You know that's tragic, but you know I guess they're wanting you to build up the hype. I guess.
That's.
Yeah.
I don't think that's why. I feel like it's more of an excuse for laziness.
Right.
Because it was like I was saying, the stories for the 90%, because they follow mostly what the comics are, right? Not fully, but mostly.
I
So
don't
90%
know.
of your story is already written. All
Well, I
you really
know-
have to do is animate it and get your voice actors to voice their lines, which doesn't take long at all. Voice actors can do entire seasons in like a couple weeks, not even.
Yeah.
And so I really don't get what the hold up is. I mean, I feel like they could be going a lot quicker than they are, and it really makes me upset. I'm still gonna watch it because it's a great show, but it makes me upset that it's like that for the you know they're making us take a break after making us wait for 2 years, and I hope that that's not what they continue to do for the next upcoming seasons.
Right.
I hope it's a kink they kind of worked out. You know.
Maybe it's because I guess they were planning for the market to be saturated with other shows around December because it is Christmas time, getting around the holidays season. I guess you could say.
Yeah, I would say it's probably saturated, but I wouldn't say that. I think Invincible would not have lost any viewership, honestly.
Right.
I'm near the apparatus. If you guys want to come in through the fire exit and help me get out, we can grab the apparatus and leave. Just so you guys know.
We'll do that. Well, I mean, 2024 so far, I'm pretty sure not that many shows are coming out, if I'm correct, because
Not nearly as
Marvel has
many.
one movie.
well, we just had. Let's think about it right now. We just had Loki season 2 just premiered and wrapped up within the past 2 months. What other shows have come out this year? We had She-Hulk earlier this. I don't know, a lot of Marvel content, a lot of superhero content, and then
Yeah.
I think the final superhero thing that's coming out this year is Aquaman,
Yeah.
which they aren't advertising.
No. The DC. We could talk about DC as a whole. DC is just not marketing well at all.
Yeah, no. Well, I haven't seen a
I haven't
DC
even
movie in a
known
while.
about DC movies coming out recently. I mean, like, I am near the fire lizard guy. What's his name? Spore lizard?
Spore lizard.
Okay, sweet. So I'm next to the
Oh, I'm near him
apparatus right
too.
now.
I'm near him too. I'm looking right at him. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Does he attack you on sight?
No, he backs up. He's like territorial.
Oh, okay,
so
perfect.
if you press him, he'll come after you. But
So do you
here,
do
the
you know where
fire
the fire
this
exit
way.
is? Okay, wait. Okay, let's map out where it is. So the apparatus is right down that way. Here, actually take this.
I'll go put it outside real quick. Yeah, but before we go, like, if we're gonna talk about DC, did you see what Marvel, what's coming out about Marvel?
What specifically?
I have two new things. So this is one of them's they're just like two major announcements of like who's gonna play a certain character and then what's happening next year. I don't know if you've heard, but a certain movie by the name of Fantastic Four is going to be coming out not next year, but in a few years, and they finally cast the second person who's going to be playing Mr. Fantastic. It's going to be Pedro Pascal. Apparently, that's the first set of news.
Pedro Pascal is a good actor, but I am not sure about his casting in that.
Yeah,
Honestly.
he's playing Mr.
He was
Fantastic.
the Mandalorian as well, if you have seen that. And he played the Mandalorian well, I would say. I mean, the third season was absolute garbage, but he did play the Mandalorian very well.
I feel like Disney's really ruined its assets that it keeps taking over, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
And then,
I grabbed the apparatus, by the way, so we can
the
go.
the other batch of Marvel news is that Deadpool 3 is the only Marvel movie coming out. I'm not.
Yeah.
I would say Marvel product, but I honestly don't keep up with the shows at all, so I don't know.
Well, the issue is the shows are
writer's
too
strike.
saturated.
Well, no, it's not
writers
because of the writer's strike. They just decided that they're so confident in Deadpool 3 performing well. Like they according to Marvel, this is apparently what Marvel said. But again, I got this from like some screenshot Twitter source. So again, take it with a grain of salt. But according to Marvel, they feel that this movie will become like a big blockbuster like Avengers Endgame and No Way Home were.
Which it will be. I mean, it's got Wolverine in it. It's got Hugh Jackman. That's confirmed.
I think it's not going to be as good as the other two Deadpools. They told, if you guys didn't know, they told Ryan Reynolds that he couldn't improv. That he could not improv for Deadpool 3, which is like why Deadpool is so hilarious is because
We need to get out of here right now.
Right, I did read about that a few months ago. I do remember them saying that.
You have a character that's based entirely on like his randomness and his improv, and they told him literally that he cannot improv for the movie. So I think the movie's going to be significantly worse than the other two Deadpools. And I also heard about that Marvel thing a while ago, and I'm like,
Yo, Knucklewood, did you
everyone
die?
was saying back then,
Yeah.
he did.
Okay.
And back then, everyone was saying that it was because of the writer's strike. So I mean, Marvel, might have put out an official statement. I think they're BSing. I think that it's definitely a writer's strike. I think nearly every movie, like movie series like that movie, a lot of them got pushed back to late 2024 or early 2025. And so I think in general next year will be kind of like weak in terms of film. Like I don't think much will be going on. And also I think that's definitely why there's only one Marvel movie. I mean they oversaturated the crap out of their films for like 3 years, and then 1 year they just make one of them, but it's the same year that a writer's strike happened. Like that's not a coincidence.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah. I pulled up the source that I found. It says according to a guy named Daniel RPK. I don't know who that is, but he says this. I don't know if this is what he says, but it just says this is who it came from. It says Marvel Studios reportedly decided to have Deadpool 3 be the only MCU film releasing next year due to them being extremely confident in it. The next paragraph goes on to say they expect the film to deliver at the box office and make critics and fans excited for the MCU again. The final paragraph says this will be one of the most important projects in the multiverse saga, and it will finally receive its R rating, which has been the debate. And then
I think it is an excuse though.
It goes on to end the paragraph by saying that the director Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds will have full creative control
Really?
over the film. They have full creative control, evidently. So
I read maybe they changed it then. Because I read not even a couple months ago that they were that they weren't gonna let him improv for it.
yeah,
Like,
I know what you're talking about. I
like
read
2
that
months
too.
ago, they said that there was gonna be no improv, and now he has full creative control. So I don't know if they just changed the direction of the movie because they knew people would be pissed.
No, don't put. Oh,
Oh.
we're over the limit now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're good.
Well, you know, I've noticed this with not just with Marvel but Disney as well, is that they've been giving I don't know if you also knew that Dave Filoni from he made he's been involved with Star Wars recently. He's been behind The Mandalorian and Clone Wars and all that.
Mhm.
He's been around for a long time. They gave him a promotion or something in Lucas. I don't know where exactly he is, but he has like he's like overseeing like the creative decisions going forward with Star Wars. And same with Marvel. There's been a lot of rumors that the next 2 Avengers films are going to be put in the hands of different people because things have been changing. Things have been getting pushed back, and the rumor is that one of the Avengers films is going to be put into the hands of the 2 people behind Spider-Verse, which are Christopher Miller and Phil Lord. Sorry, I got the names mixed up for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
They've been behind Spider-Verse and a lot. You've probably seen a lot of other movies. They've made a lot of movies they have been behind, have been very iconic. The one I can think of outside of Spider-Verse is 21 Jump Street.
Oh yeah, I love
And, and also, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was both of them, but one of them was definitely behind Lego Movie. So a lot of, yeah, a lot of hits, you know. So it's not confirmed, but that's what the speculation is that they're behind one of the Avengers movies. I don't know which one though. And then I saw someone else was going to be behind another Avengers movie, but I have no idea.
You talking about King Dynasty?
I didn't. It said
Wrong
they
way.
were going to be involved
It's the one that's in
with
this one.
Secret Wars.
Or are you waiting for the
Okay.
the rocket?
We do need the rock. Secret Wars is gonna be like the big finale, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, they said they're gonna reboot the MCU. They're gonna have new actors, all
That's
that
a
shit.
terrible
After-
idea.
I think that's an amazing idea, bro.
They're gonna
In
have-
3
Rebooting
years
kills
from now, Brody,
every piece of hype that they have ever had.
Well, I mean,
3
if you
years from now, they
It means
cannot.
that nothing matters, bro.
They cannot keep they have like
The-
25+ movies in their franchise. No one's gonna go back and want to watch. Well,
Well,
they'll
the-
want to watch, but with how horrible some of those movies have been, because they've been going quality over quantity.
Mhm.
I mean, I would say
split.
like less than half of the. Yeah, you're right. Quantity over quality.
Mhm.
I would say less than half of the MCU is just like hogwash. Like I don't want to waste my time. I want to watch good content, and it's sad because that's what it was. And I think that eventually, 3 years from now, when we have 10+ more movies, if I'm going back to watch all the MCU movies and I have like 60 movies to watch, I mean, and half of them suck. I'm not gonna. No one's gonna want to go back and watch all of them.
No,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I think that rebooting things can lead to just making things worse more often than not. More often than not, when you see a reboot, it's worse than the original one.
I
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
say.
I don't gonna compare to like. Well, I don't think we have to compare it to the original one. I think if they do reboot it, they'll definitely take the story in a new direction.
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't
no,
say
but-
that's not what they mean by rebooting it. I would say that rebooting it means they want to see like storylines where Wolverine and Iron Man can interact. You can't do that right now because one, both characters are technically dead. Outside of the whole Deadpool 3 thing, I'm pretty sure they did say that it takes place before Logan. That's the only reason this is even able to happen. In the canon way, in reality, it's because Disney finally has the rights to the used Wolverine, or Marvel has the rights.
That makes sense.
But like rebooting is because you as good as like people are in the roles, and as as a few of them seem like irreplaceable, like no one can fill the shoes.
No, people definitely can fill the shoes. I'm not necessarily mad about the actors. I'm just mad that I think that rebooting will just make it lose some of the fans that it has right now based off of nostalgia, and it's gonna have to recreate its entire audience. It's gonna have no audience.
I wouldn't say. I would say they would have somewhat of a basis, Aussie.
I mean, I think that every single time a new Spider-Man movie came out, people cared less about it. That's why most people think Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man to this day. Tom Holland's had 3 movies now. And, you know, Andrew Garfield had 2. And then the people that don't think Andrew Garfield is the best normally think that Tobey was the one that they find as the most nostalgic, you know? People don't find Tom Holland as nostalgic at all. And so how Marvel's writing is going right now, which let's be fair, like it could take a giant change for the better, but how Marvel's writing is right now, it's terrible. It's literally terrible. Like I think I could go into the writer's booth and write a better story, and I don't have any experience.
I think that's literally just a thing that comes with time.
Well, I mean, you had Tom Holland come out and say earlier this year that he doesn't want to play Spider-Man into his 30s, so obviously, you know, you're going to see some characters get recast.
Wrong actors, bro. And they're getting rid of the wrong actors too. Like Andrew Garfield literally has said before that he would have done Spider-Man Forever.
I mean, you never know.
I mean, they're hiring the wrong people in my opinion.
He can come back still. Like, think about it. I don't watch Doctor Who, but you know how like they recast Doctor Who constantly, you know?
Yeah, and I don't care about Doctor Who except one of them, you know? Like everybody picks their favorite and that's the only one they'll watch, and if it's not that one then they don't care about it. There's nothing that way. There's
it's the same way that Batman. It's the same way that Batman operates. Like, you know, you're still invested in Batman movies. Like they're telling you
start from square one. I would just honestly go back to this ship at this point. I think we kind of looted everything and then fell. So.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. They have to get a whole new people.
Well, not everyone's gonna be recasted. Not everyone's gonna be recasted.
Yeah, when they reboot, they need to recast, I think.
Yeah, they have.
They said that some people are gonna stay in their roles.
Well, then why would they even reboot?
No, then that's insane. No, that's stupid.
There's not even a reason to reboot if that. In that
well, I
case.
mean, it's still years away. This is still years away. They have plenty of time to plan this, like figure it out, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to reboot. I don't think that they're gonna be able to write the characters as well as they did the first time, and if they do, it's gonna just.
Well,
I mean,
the story keeps going forever though, Brody. They have to reboot at some point.
They have to,
or they
reboot.
just have to end it.
They could end it, but
I
don't think they
would
want
be
to.
way more satisfying, bro.
They would never do that. They want money.
I mean, look at every show ever. Look at every show ever. Did it end because they wanted to, or because they had to, because they couldn't financially keep it up anymore?
Ending it, there's a lot of shows that have ended just because they've ended, not because.
But Disney's also a mega corporation.
Yeah, Disney has to keep operating.
Disney's predatory, and no one likes Disney. Is kind of the overarching thing. You want to know what happened when Disney took over? Here's the thing: Phase 4 and 5. Or like phase, what I don't even know the stupid phases. It's so stupid to me.
I think they're on
before Thanos. Before Thanos.
Yeah, that's 3, I think. That's before is 2, I think.
Yeah, before, and then phase 3 should have been Thanos, right?
Phase 1.
Phase
1 started with Iron Man, ended with Avengers. Phase 2 started with whatever came out after Avengers, and then ended with Civil War.
Phase 3 was the Thanos saga. Yeah, it ended everything. Phase 1, 2, and 3 were planned before Disney took over.
And that's why they were so good.
And that's why they were so good. And then when Disney took over, everything went to crap. And I don't think it's Kevin Feige's fault to a degree. I think it is to a degree because he's the one in charge of things. But I think also that it's just like Disney pushed the wrong people. They pushed the wrong people to write more, you know?
Yeah, well, I get that, but to be fair, you know, they are realizing their mistakes. They aren't doing Kang anymore for some reason. They decided just not to go with the whole Kang arc, so they're gonna go from somewhere else.
Mistakes too late.
Yeah, but also to let's not
They should have
forget that
realized their
the
mistakes with the first freaking Captain Marvel, bro. I'm not trying to be mean,
the
but Captain Marvel was a terrible movie, and that was
I
the
don't
first one that I
remember it.
was like was not good.
But
Watched
the
Marvel movie
comics have been rebooted several times. I don't know if you're aware, but the comics have been rebooted like many times.
Yeah, but every single time they reboot, they end up rebooting to the original.
Hmm?
What do you mean?
Okay, so this is how it normally works.
It ties
Okay.
into the original.
Yeah, no, like so the most recent reboot was in like I think early 2012, and they rebooted the entire Marvel universe with the Ultimate Saga. A lot of good things came out of the Ultimate Saga, but in the end of the Ultimate Saga, it just rebooted to the very beginning. And it ended up just
Right.
going back to the original roots. So
Yeah.
when things reboot, they reboot and normally for the worse, and then they reboot back to the original saga, like the original
Well,
storyline, which
that's
doesn't
not.
that's not rebooting. And
It's a retelling. They're saying reboot, but I don't think that they're actually gonna like. They're not. That's not. You. I think you're just playing too like really deep into the whole idea of a reboot. The
it's just
Ultimate
the definition
Universe.
of a reboot.
They want to tell they don't they're not obviously they're not gonna be able to tell the same story over and over again. But I don't know if you think about it this way, like the many different Spider-Man stories, you know, as some bad as some of them are, no offense to Andrew Garfield's movies, but they were probably the weakest, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
no, the
think
Tom,
it's
most
a
potential weakest
well-rounded
movies is
episode.
what I always talk about.
Most potential.
most
I don't think,
potential.
but people like the Spider-Man. He was a really
Yeah.
good Spider-Man. The movies themselves were not where it was lacking.
Yeah, I know that, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Most potential. I think they had the
Mhm.
potential to have like a great show, but then they just ruined it.
Well, then you also have something like the Ultimate Universe, which is a perfect example of a reboot with new stories to tell.
Yeah, but it ended up
There are
just
completely
rebooting.
different
It
takes.
ended up just secret
Wait, what the?
invasioning and resetting to the very beginning.
Yeah, but that's
I
what I'm
just
saying.
died. I just randomly died.
What I'm saying is before
What just
that,
happened?
I have no clue. I think the day just ended though.
Bro,
what I'm
what?
saying before that is they have like new takes on characters. Like Wolverine has a different
Wait, Brody, did you
storyline in
already
the
land the
Ultimate
ship?
Universe.
No, game just broke, dude.
Wait, but did you already land the ship like before
Yeah.
I pressed the button?
Yeah, I landed the
think-
ship. Oh my
I think I
gosh, dude.
started it right after you landed it. I think I was trying to land it and started it.
That's kind of funny, actually.
But like Wolverine had a new story. Like Wolverine had
We're
a new
chilling. I mean, we have
storyline.
enough. It's
The Avengers had a new story, like a whole new storyline.
They're all rainy, so we're gonna get experimentation. 'Cause it's the
It's stuff like
sun
that,
war.
and I don't think it would mess up either because you also I don't know if you guys know this, but the whole MCU is based off of the in some ways it is based off of the whole 616 original Marvel continuity, but a lot of the roots of the MCU were based off of the Ultimate comics actually more than they are the original ones. So if they wanted to, the next reboot could, like, in
What?
case
I just sunk in the mud.
Did you die?
Yeah, I just literally glitched through the ground, bro. Knuckwood's doing the same thing.
Damn, dude. Yeah, you just can't go in the muddy parts.
But
that's
it could,
okay.
in
It's a
case
little
the
different.
classic stories, they could do retelling or different takes on different things, because that's
I'm
the
not
ultimate
saying
universe.
I'm not saying that good things don't come out of bad things, but I think rebooting as a whole is a scary word, and they can do it very wrong. And I don't trust Disney with a reboot.
Well, yeah, I know
But
that.
what's the other option? Is because they're not gonna end the show. Like that's not an option, right?
They can
Well,
try
Think
to
about it like
salvage it. I mean, there's a way to salvage it.
For Disney?
Yeah, no,
I-
to salvage everything. I mean, I
Oh,
think
oh.
more likely than anything else is Disney's gonna fail as a corporation. Nobody likes Disney right now. Literally, no one likes Disney. Look at Wish. Have you even heard about Wish? Except something
Which
bad.
the
Oh, Wish. Oh, yeah. You want to go? You want to dive into Wish? You want to dive into Wish?
Yeah.
like the
I mean, I
thing
haven't
that
even
you-
seen
The
it yet.
Pixar movie.
I haven't even
Oh,
seen it yet,
Wish
and
the
it's
movie.
mostly because I just don't even want to waste my money on it. I probably will
So,
go actually eventually. but-
I didn't do much research on this. I kind of just like skimmed over this for like 2 minutes. So take this all with a grain of salt. But basically, the whole thing behind Wish is that no one saw it. and the people who did have been 50-50 on it. Some people liked it. Some people just absolutely despised it. Thought it was the most atrocious thing they ever saw. And
Well, it's the
that's
same thing with Elementals. Have you even heard of Elementals?
Well,
I
well,
forgot that
people
movie
only went and
existed,
watched
actually.
Elementals because it was like the only one in the There was something about it. It was like the only film like at the time. Something I'm trying to remember why, because it actually did like crazy well. It not on launch though. If you look at the numbers, it made a bunch of money, and it was because it was like the only Pixar movie or any kids movie that got released for like months.
Right.
And
I'll
so,
take that.
but the movie itself is not good, and it failed on launch. And so that's the thing, and that's the thing too, is that Disney has so much money that I don't know if they will, Brody. I mean,
Will fail.
yeah, well, because even their worst movies, Elementals, still made enough money. They made tons of money on Elementals. It was, in fact, I think Elementals was one of their most successful like in terms of making money, one of the most successful Disney movies of all time. Just
That's
because
actually
there was no other kids movies releasing, which is insane.
that's actually very surprising, given I forgot Elementals was a thing, never went to go see it, and didn't even know Wish was coming out.
And it's not a good movie. All the ratings on it are horrible.
Elementals?
Yeah, Wish too, I think.
Well, you also had Spider-Verse was a kids movie, and that I remember.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
Spider-Verse is not made for kids, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
That's
he
the
said
thing.
ass in it.
PG.
Yeah, no, there was a lot.
I mean,
there was
Spider-Man-
cursing, and it was not made for kids. It was a cartoon, and it was able to be watched by kids, but it was not made for kids.
I think it was
would
made
say
for.
it's made
I think
for-
it was made for kids, but I think
Made
there's been so
for?
many kids-friendly content coming out recently that has just been so watered down that people forget. If you watch any sort of Spider-Man media from like 10 years ago, perfect example, the '03 show.
PG.
The same exact type of it has the same exact kind of tone that Spider-Verse does. So I do think
That's
it's made for kids,
like
but I
old
think
kids
people are
shows?
just so I think people are just so used to things being so watered down for kids, and so like not to take seriously that
That's
they
actually a good
kind of
point.
forget, because you have so many kids shows from like that a lot of the like basically the kids now aren't going to be exposed to this, but given just
I get
what
what
I
you're
grew up with
saying.
watching,
I get what
I
you're
grew up
saying,
with what I grew up with watching,
That's a good point.
my definition of what's for kids is just very different. Like Star Wars
Regular show.
is for kids. A guy
Oh,
got his
yeah,
hand
Star Wars.
cut off in Star Wars
Oh,
in the original trilogy.
Yeah, no, you got a good
Spoiler
point,
alert. Spoiler alert. Oh,
though.
also,
Dude,
not to
if
mention,
you wanted to see Star Wars, you would have seen Star Wars already. I'm sorry about that. But
not to mention,
Who, me?
episode
no,
3.
anybody who's
Episode 3, it
Oh,
is a meme to death. Everyone saw that shit when they were kids. Kids got murdered by the protagonist. I just got murked by a dude as I was talking about kids getting murdered.
all right. I don't know if I can.
you might have
Get
to
this
go
in the chat.
around.
Well,
There's a way
it's-
to jump up.
Oh wait, no, I might be able to do it right here actually.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you know the Order 66 meme, but kids got straight up executed.
I think
Mhm.
everybody knows that one, dude.
Yeah. Phantom Menace, guy got cut in half. Show that these are for kids. What's the number one thing when it comes to these movies is merchandising, toys, all that shit. It's for kids, bro.
Yeah, you're actually right, dude. I think I get what
Yeah.
your point is on that. Is that things can be for kids without being the same as like Bluey nowadays, bro.
I think we're past that time though. I think that's there's a cultural and like different in like a time difference between when we were kids and how they treat kids now, because any other kids movie, you know, they don't really like. That's how it was when we were kids, bro. Like at first I thought you were gonna talk about like regular shows and stuff like that, like animated
Yeah,
films.
honestly, you might just go back into it because there's gonna be more mud spots.
Oh no, you just here walk to the left, or not
Well,
left,
there's another
right.
thing in there.
Left, actually, yeah, left.
I think that's the mud spot. I think it gets progressively more rainy as it goes on, so.
That's
Oh,
all right.
money.
I'm just gonna get my thing and get out of here.
Yeah, but you see where I'm coming from with the
Yeah.
there's a bunch of stuff at the main entrance, Cyril, so you don't have to go looking for stuff. There's a bunch of stuff at the main entrance you can pick
I
up.
had something over there too, but yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I don't think there's anything at the main entrance. But yeah.
I got killed by the flower guy. That's why.
Yeah, I just
Dang.
fell, so. Or, wait, I don't even remember what happened. Oh, mud. That's it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I definitely get what you're saying with the kids, the kids' point of view. So
Yeah.
they did.
But I think that's different
did-
now.
I honestly think that I was watching a PG-13 movie when I was watching Spider-Verse, because there was
You would
actually
think, right?
there was actually a decent bit of cursing as well.
Well, I mean, if
Nothing,
you think
no
about,
serious cursing, but like it was like mild cursing maybe. I don't know.
if you don't think about it in depth, but this is gonna be a. Can I talk? Can I? This is gonna be a spoiler. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. Actually,
You're probably
okay.
fine.
If you have,
if you haven't watched
Alright.
it, then you haven't watched it at this point.
all right.
No,
Spoiler
no.
warning. Miguel O'Hara's, a version of Miguel O'Hara in the movie gets shot. That's pretty dark within itself. Another version of Miguel, the main version that we see, 2099, replaces him and ends up getting an entire dimension murdered in the movie, and it shows them being like erased from existence, which is
I
another
don't remember any of that in the
term
movie.
for dying.
You don't remember
It's
that?
like a, you don't remember it?
I think that was a pretty big
Oh, I remember
It's,
that now. Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
pretty dark. It's
Yeah, I
pretty
remember that.
dark
That
if
is
you
pretty
think
dark.
about it. That's pretty messed up. And not to mention, he's also like, you can tell the way Miguel becomes a villain in this movie is because he's also like, you can tell he's still grieving over that.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of video essays actually just diving into that too that I do recommend you look up on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stuff like that, you know. It's a PG movie that deals with a lot of it deals with a lot of adult topics, which it's for kids. It's for kids though. It's a kids movie.
Yeah, dude. What was another thing that I had? Oh, dude. Okay. So the Destiny situation.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's one of the major things that we should hit off in the last, like, we've been recording for about 52 minutes now, so the last like 8-ish minutes.
Right.
We should probably talk about that. Also, what do we need to sell to make it? Is it the cash register, and then what else? Like a couple engines.
You want us to math it out?
We could always just bring 2 at a time and then just have him take it. So I think we need at least 3 things. So the cash register and the 2 engines, and then we should be good.
We need
You want to
two
talk about the
how much
Destiny
engine-
situation?
Yeah, so the Destiny situation. Destiny said the N-word with a. If you don't know who Destiny is,
We need more than this.
you guys can kind of, let's just see how much this is, though.
It's you can just scan it and check. It's 141.
Oh, sweet. But, if you guys want to explain who Destiny was a little bit more.
Yeah. So Destiny's a popular streamer, and I think in the recent years he's done a lot more political commentating. He's the type of guy you see with like Hassan Piker, if you've ever heard of him.
Not anymore.
Who's some other notable names in that field?
Mostly on the left side. I'd say H3 is another bigger one.
H3 kind of recently.
I don't
that's-
think he's ever interacted with H3.
What are
but
we at?
We need don't put any more in. We need to put a small thing in.
Well, I know
Yeah, I
he's
got the steering wheel.
I know he is beefing with
Steering
Hassan
wheel
or
work.
something. There's some bad blood between him and
Needs
Hassan.
to
That's
be
really all I know
H3 and
though.
Hassan?
6 more.
Yeah.
6 more.
No,
I've
not
seen
H3.
H3 and
Destiny
Hassan are
Hassan.
beefing actually over the
They are beefing too,
the
yeah.
Israel conflict, which
Mhm.
I probably won't get into. I feel like that might be a little bit too dark, just a touch
Yeah.
for today at least.
In terms of the Destiny situation, so what time are we talking about?
Recently, the recent one.
The one where he's on stream and saying I would never say that, and then
Yeah.
he says it.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, it's difficult because
I
don't
would
know what his
say,
intent was.
in my
I don't
opinion,
know.
he did not have harsh intent, but I think
I
that
don't
the
think
way
so,
that it
yeah.
came out of his mouth, it feels as if he said it, he says it normally, you know?
Yeah,
Because
that's
it
fair.
came out of his mouth a little too easy. On top of
He wa-
that, when you're on Kick, you're going to see the N-word in the chat. And I think that that's also partially your own fault for not
like a
moderating
subconscious?
things as well.
Right.
I think that you should moderate those things as well. Like he wasn't moderating his chat to the fullest amount. And I know that I've
Right.
had people that have come in and said bad things, and it might be different when you're much larger, and I'm sure it is. But at least for me, when I see somebody like that, I immediately perma-ban them, like they've got an issue clearly, and they simply want to get on just to hurt people. I've actually banned people for less than that. So you just have to definitely moderate your chat as well, because the fact that his chat thought that was okay to talk
Yeah.
about as well would be like, that's your fans, I don't know. To a certain degree, it's you cultivate people that are similar to you, or that are similar and enjoying the content that you create. Like, I try to make content that I enjoy watching, and so I don't know. You kind of understand where I'm coming from with that, guys?
Oh no, perfectly.
Yeah, I would just say that for the most part, it came out of his mouth a little too easy. I don't think he needs to do much more than just simply apologize to the people affected. Obviously, I am not one of those people affected, but he should apologize to them, because I think it's the right thing to do. And
That's
then,
understandable.
it's ultimately that group's choice to either be offended by what he said, or say, okay, this guy isn't a bad guy, and he's not. He is after my well-being rather than my
No, that's I 100% agree.
yeah.
I don't think that I agree. I don't think he had malintent in just the way he said it, because he was just. I mean, he was just kind of like stating it like in like relation to the mat. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know how else to describe it. However, I can see why that is like highly offensive, and it's really not my place to say whether that's okay or not. So like I don't really think it matters at the end of the day.
I mean, I can tell you I wouldn't say it
For
personally, because I know
in
it
my.
offends people, but
Mhm.
definitely malicious intent and possibly an apology would fix that situation entirely, smooth it over very, very nicely. Or
100%.
I would at least imagine, for people that I have talked to about that word, most people are kind of like, yo, did they say it on purpose? Did they say it in a rude way? And it
Right.
depends.
Yeah, that's where like the mainly like the importance lies almost.
Yeah, it's the
The
intent
context
behind the
behind it.
word. Yep.
Mhm.
It's exactly how I feel as well, or how I have gathered from other people that would be affected by that word.
Right. Well, I
It's
think that
like
was it. What were you saying, Nuck?
oh, nothing. I was just, you were talking about how he should respond to it. I was gonna circle it back into what we started talking about, but I don't know if you want to. So
I mean, I don't mind. I think we are gonna wrap it up here pretty quick, if I'm not
oh
mistaken.
Yeah, we can
yeah,
just
probably.
we'll finish. We can talk while we are finishing this night about something that maybe something. Let's end it on something positive. Other than this monster trying to kill us.
There's a monster trying to kill us?
I
Yeah,
just
you gotta be quiet. Get out of its line of sight.
jumped to my death.
But we can talk about something positive going on
Yo,
in our life
he's
right
eating
now.
me.
Oh, something positive? Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead. That's not very positive though.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not.
there's a lot of dark things going on in the world right now, but there's also a lot of light. There's also a lot of cool things, a lot of cool things. Like,
Like me escaping that
yeah, right? Um,
and getting immediately home. But yeah, there is a lot of positive right now, like the Attack on Titan last episode coming out, which was fire, bro.
It was a good
I
episode.
loved it, bro. That was so nice.
I
I
know
mean,
a lot of
I
people
guess
are
we could.
upset with the ending, but
I
I do.
think that the ending is bittersweet, and that's how endings should be, because there's no good endings in
oh,
real
this
life. There's not a perfect ending. You can't just have everything that you want. So we're not going to talk about the ending too much in case somebody hasn't watched it yet, but
I haven't
it is
watched it.
not a
Never seen Attack on Titan.
it's not an ending you would expect, I think.
You guys ever watch Red versus Blue?
Or at least I think I expected it. Well, how do I get home from
You
here?
ever see there's two good endings for that show. It's getting its final season finally, but you have to get a Rooster Teeth first membership to watch it. Sorry. But they pulled all the other stuff off of YouTube, so you have to go on their website to watch the rest of Red vs. Blue. Unfortunately, I know, tragic, but there's 2 good endings to that show. If anyone's seen it, season 10 is a good place to end it, and season 13 is a pretty good place to end it too. Season 14 isn't really a season; it's a bunch of just spin-offs that I have no problem with. I think they're all great, minus one. But Red vs. Blue, good show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I
Also-
can't speak to.
Versus Blue.
I haven't watched
Yes.
it in so long, bro. So
You should watch it. It gets really good. It gets really heartfelt. I think
Yeah, I
season
can-
13 is awesome.
yeah, I can
The
rewatch
ending,
it.
the ending is beautiful to season 13. It's such a perfect ending, but unfortunately they continued it. That's just my personal issue with Red vs. Blue. Also, another positive thing. Still, he makes music. Go listen to it. Go listen to it.
For sure, bro.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you.
Ciro's W. When's the next album dropping?
Hell yeah.
Album is currently planned on for like around March. The original plan was January, but I want to make it as good as possible. And some weeks I'm just a lot more busy than others and don't have the time to work on it. And then some weeks I just am able to work on it all day, every day for like a week. So, it really just depends on the what my lifestyle is looking like. But between January to March is the around that time is the plan right now.
W. Look at
Yeah.
streams. I stream. If you're on this, if you've watched this all the way to the end, you probably already know that I stream regularly, Fridays and Sundays per usual. But yeah, Nuckwood also streams. He doesn't have a full set schedule at the moment, but he'll probably be live some of the times when I'm live as well. So I make sure to have 2 monitors for that. Or a phone and a tablet or something like that, whatever it is.
Right. I'm a film student.
Video came out
That's not true.
recently. I think there's the cold plunge video should have gone out.
Oh,
when
yeah.
it's posted.
I saw that.
So yeah, that was a good video, I think. We could do a quick thing on my content real quick. I'm changing up the style as much as I can. I want to post as many videos as possible. I have a big plan for December that I don't want to spoil yet. But yeah, I have a very big plan for December that is going to be happening. I'm excited for that. Keep in tune for December. And then, yeah, I'm doing more commentary videos, more internet drama videos, more videos that I can make, not focusing on quantity over quality, but focusing on quantity because I feel like I could have been able to do more in the amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Just focusing is the best way to describe it. 1 great video a week that is in my old style, and then hopefully 3 other videos going out in commentary style, and then stuff like this and streams more often is the goal. So I think that's a giant positive. I think, yeah. School's going to be out soon. That's a good positive as well. It's the 28th. Yeah. W's. All right. See you guys. Thanks for tuning into the podcast. First episode. Hopefully this goes awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.